were you guys able to do in that 14-0 stretch there late in the second half?
Yeah, it felt like, credit certainly to West Virginia. They did a great job keeping us off balance, mixing up zone and man throughout the course of the game. We hang our hat on our defensive identity, and in that stretch, we were getting stops. It felt like the first half we were a step slow. Early in the second half, we were a step slow. We fed off the crowd's energy for sure at that stretch, and we generated turnovers. We were able to get stops and string them together, and that's when we're at our best. I mean, you can look at our team and look at points off turnovers and know exactly when the stretch was and how we played, and felt like during that stretch we had a very intentional defensive intent, and we turned that into offense.
You would prefer to play your best for 40 minutes, but what does it say about this team that they're in that situation, not playing particularly well, and can find a way to pull away late?
Yeah, I think that it's a credit to our guys, the work that they do, the pride that they have, certainly, because as much as we do credit Coach Eilert in West Virginia for the job they did today, at the same time, we have a high standard of wanting to play our best, and probably didn't happen for long stretches today. But I look at guys like Taman and Rob Jones who've been here. I have so much pride that probably don't have their best games, but when it's time to get stops and when it's time to separate, they're able to really focus and dig in. And it speaks volumes of our guys. Again, you want to play your best every night. You want to play your best for 40 minutes. We strive to make that happen all the time, certainly didn't today, and we'll get back to work and be better at it.
What kind of lift did Jackson give you today?
Jackson was outstanding. And I'd say this, he's been really good in league play. He's been ready for those opportunities and created an instant impact. And, against their zone, having another skilled guy who can drive the basketball to paint, who can knock down a shot, and who can make plays, he gives you a great option. And his energy was terrific there. And defensively, he pressured the ball really well. Thought he was a great, impactful gap defender, but he continues to stay ready. And today, with a few bumps and bruises and Keyshawn's foul trouble, we really need to count on him, and he stepped up in a major way.
What was going through your mind when Rob made the steal right in front of you, and the guards flew to the other end, all waiting for the shot, and Taman actually set up there? He knew, he just was waiting for the pass. He knew it was coming, and it never did. What were your thoughts on that play by Rob?
You're saying where Rob went coast to coast? I don't know what all the laughter's about. I'd say this, Rob plays with so much effort and energy, and how we were defending certain things, we wanted to be up the floor and get those deflections. So it is something that we prepared for and talked about. Now, whether or not he was going to keep the basketball and dribble the length of the court and finish the play, I think that's a credit to the hard work that Coach Green does with him every single day. That's got to be something they're working on, because as many of you, I hadn't seen that as much, but I'm sure Coach Green deserves a lot of credit for that development on that play.
You talked earlier about Jackson being able to come off the bench and give you instant impact. How challenging is that for players to do, and their minutes can be inconsistent and they don't know when they're going to check in from a game-to-game basis like he has this year?
Yeah, we're fortunate. We play 9 guys pretty much every night, and everybody, when they get in, has that opportunity to use the term that we use, instant impact. And so make the game go your way. For Hassan, that means one thing. For Kurt, that means another. For Jackson or Demarion, it means something else. And we take a lot of pride in when the guys come in that they play to their strengths but bring what they can bring at their best. And certainly Jackson did that, in a lot of ways today. And it is hard because mentally, you don't know exactly when you're going to go in. You don't know exactly what the situation is going to warrant or dictate. And so you have to do a really good job of just saying, I'm ready for whatever comes my way. I'm prepared. And when it comes my way, I'm going to crush it and I'm going to play great. And he certainly did that today.
You talked about different players having different challenges being put on them from the coaching staff when they come into the game. What are Jackson specifically, and how much do you feel like he thrived in those areas today?
Well, I think for Jackson, what we love about him is that spirit, the fight, the same thing our fans love. I mean, they're cheering for it. They see him flying around on defense, being aggressive, attacking on offense, so he's easy guy to pull for. So he just has to dictate defensively, impact rebounding how he can, make sure that when he's contesting, he makes a guy miss, and then offensively stay aggressive, get us in the paint, be ready to knock down shots, make plays, just stay aggressive, and tremendous credit to him today. He did that.
Any concern with Hassan's shoulder going forward?
Yeah, I don't know exactly, what happened. I know, Vic said he was okay obviously to return. So I think that's one of those things. I don't know a ton right now. We'll get evaluated again tomorrow and see what it is. But Hassan had a really good spirit and energy to him. Sometimes guys, something happens and they can tell something's wrong mentally. I don't know what it is or not, but I do know that mentally he was locked into wanting to come back and make big plays. So hopefully that's a good sign of, that it's nothing major.
You guys had, I think, 27 points off the bench today. How important is it at this point in the year to know that you can rely on your depth to come right in and make an impact?
Yeah, it's really important. Obviously, Kurt Jones from a scoring standpoint has been really consistent. We just look for him to be another point guard out there for us. Move the basketball, hunt the opportunities that are there, drive it, shoot it, pass it, make plays. So he's been consistent there. I know Hassan is going to, continue to even play better. Again, I hope everything's great with his shoulder, but he can score the basketball. He can finish plays. He can be a lob threat. And then, with Demarion, you look back at, Texas Tech, and he gets a couple quick baskets on cuts to the rim and finishes offensive rebounds, which we need from him, and certainly Jackson today. So, we're not as consumed with where does the scoring come from. It's about making the right play, but we're fortunate today that we count on those guys. They did a great job.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.